How's everyone doing there tonight? This is Cult Flicks Fix 24, back with a video. It's going to be 31 days of Horrortober, day 2. So I'm going to be reviewing horror films for you guys throughout the month of October, daily here, and I'm going into day 2 here and give you guys my thoughts and opinions, and pretty much talk about the film, do some minor reviews and stuff like that. So everyone sit back, relax, enjoy, and let's get this review video started. The film I'm going to be watching on day 2 is a revisit that I haven't seen in a few years. It's going to be 1968's Night of the Living Dead, and this is a very important film because it kind of I wouldn't say revived, but it brought the zombie genre to another level and made way for a lot of other films to come out, like Return of the Living Dead, all these other films, the sequels to these. It boosted the zombie genre backward, opened it and just boosted it for more of these type of films to be made, pretty much. And it's a very important film because you did have other zombie films from like Hammer to, I mean, old films from the early 1900s, but they were built around voodoo and stuff like that, bringing a dead body to rise like that. But this film took it to another level. It brought the creepiness, your slow zombie movement, and it also brought where they eat flesh. The zombies started to eat flesh and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure this is the film where you saw that for the, I don't know, first time, but it felt fresh and brand new. But it's directed by George A. Romero, rest in peace. This stars Dwayne Jones and Judith O'Dea, and these are our main characters in the film. So this film starts off with a brother and sister, Johnny and Barbara. They're at their dad's gravesite there. They're at a cemetery, and it has the iconic scene where they're coming to get you, Barbara, the famous scene. But it has her brother joking around, and has this strange person's walking up. You start to realize something wrong with him, and he's one of the walking corpse, pretty much. And her brother's brutally attacked. This leads to her taking off, finding refuge in an abandoned house, and pretty much meeting up with Ben. We got Dwayne Jones playing him, and they meet up at this abandoned house, and they're pretty much isolated in there, and they have the undead roaming and growing in numbers. They meet up with a few more characters. That's where you get your kind of villainous character. He's his husband, and he's just selfish into his own self and looking out for his own benefits, and like I said, selfish pretty much. But he has a daughter who's sick. In the bottom, his plan is to go to the basement, and Ben's pretty much to stay up top, board up the house, and fight him off that way. So there's a confrontation between the two. You do have another couple showing up, a few other characters, and it's just their fight for survival as this undead army keeps building up and getting stronger, and they're real aggressive, and it's their point to survive. But what's very unique about this is the zombies are, one thing George Romero always had in films is intelligent zombies, because they're very smart in this film. There's one where you see him busting lights of the truck of Ben's that he has, and then you see them also picking up a brick. He throws it through the window to try to get Barbara, and you see another zombie pick up like some kind of spear and do like a slasher straight up slasher kill. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's an important part in this film. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this film, but if not, I'm gonna try to keep it as spoiler free as I can. But anyways, yeah, it leads to their survival, trying to escape this house, and their struggle continues as these corpses start to pile up. Walking corpses start to get in bigger numbers and pretty much take over the house and run down it. And that's all I'm going to get into on the film. It does have a real dark ending. Every time I watch this film, it gets better for me. It was like lower, and then it gets more up. But this is such a good film, and that dark ending just surprised me, because I like the remake, which is good too, the Savini remake, a lot, but this one is growing on me. I think it's surpassed it, in my opinion. But this has just one of those great dark endings that's pretty dark. But yeah, anyways, there was a scene. I got some facts here about the film. We got zombies that are pretty much, they're eating a couple in this film, and as they're eating them, you see them pretty much devouring them and eating their flesh. I was told on the scene that they were pretty much eating roasted ham with chocolate sauce on it, and the actual staff actually got sick, so they looked even more pale and fit the zombie zombie look even more. That's interesting. Also, there's a dead body. This is a spoof where it's shown full-blown skeleton on the face, but then when Ben's moving the body later, you can see it's just a full person. They don't have a skeleton face. It was a spoof. But that's one of the mess ups in this film, but it's pretty entertaining anyways. But also, it was I was reading on that George A. Romero did that body, that skeleton zombie himself, and he used ping pong balls as the eyes and painted him. So when you see those eyes on the skeleton upstairs, it's ping pong balls, where you got pretty creative there. And also in the basement scene, the actual house they filmed this in did not have a basement, so the crew had to go film it at an editing studio in Pittsburgh. So that the basement scenes are filmed in a whole different area, which I didn't know. So that's pretty interesting. Those are some facts on the film. Like I said, this is a very important zombie film. Paved the way for a lot of other ones. I highly enjoy this. It gets better with every watch, like I said. So I'm going to get into my personal rating here and opinions. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. And this is one of the best zombie movies to me. It's like Psycho to the slasher genres. It's just got that opening appeal that opened for other films from this genre to just explode. But it was the blueprint to it, pretty much. But yeah, that's my thoughts and opinions, guys, on 1968's Night of the Living Dead. This is my review for day 2 of 31 Days of Horrortober. Hope everyone has a great week out there. This is Cult Flicks Fix 24. Hit a like, subscribe, comment. Everyone have a happy October and watch horror films. Peace.